Hey guys, Brandon here. Thought I'd come on and show some records while I have time. Many of these that I have had laying out for roughly a month, maybe some been laying around longer than that, that I've either haven't had the time to listen to, haven't wanted to listen to, but have kept out because I do want to listen to them. It just hasn't been the thing that I've turned to. Right now, I don't know how well my phone's picking it up, but like any patron saint of German cosmic music, we're all in some way probably paying tribute to Manuel Gotching today. I have the first Ashra Temple album on in the background. This is not an original, I would love one. This is just a very, very well done bootleg. Replicates the original cover very, very well, including, I think, Allen Ginsberg poem in German and in English. This is side one. I've played this twice already tonight. Very influential album to me, my musical upbringing, even into adulthood. Ashra Temple, Faust, Neu, Amandul, two, bands that really sort of, open up my ears towards more experimental sounds. At a time when I needed or was seeking music that needed to be less boring to me. And this album in particular, I don't listen to it as often as I used to, but I can still, go back to it. And I have fond memories of just discovering these things for the first time. And some of those experiences just can't be beat. And you can summon them up in a moment's notice just by putting the record back on. So rest in peace, Manuel Gotching. Speaking of other German musics, I did acquire some originals recently of some other influential albums. The aforementioned Amandul 2. This is a German original of Yeti, which I'd been seeking for a while, and coincidentally I recently sold a reissue of this for a pretty good price. And in turn I've used probably most of that money to purchase this original. I mean, I could not believe what I was able to find shortly after selling this reissue, and the price that I found it for sort of, it was too good to pass up. I mean, Amandul, it's not stuff that I've turned to even recently. I did put it on again. It's good. As I was speaking of the Ashra Temple, fond memory music. Sort of spearheaded my own musical journey towards more far out sounds. And, I'll forever be indebted to albums like Yeti by Amandul 2, and then as well as Kraftwerk 2 original. Always loved the traffic cone artwork. I have the compilation that combines the first two albums, but I did need both traffic cones, and finally have them. Some other newer things. Well, I guess this is not new. This is an example of a record that I pulled out because I wanted to listen to it again. Voice of I. This is a live album that they did Two separate performances are on here from 1994, one in LA, one in Los Angeles. So, two people, a man and a woman from New Mexico. That's how you can describe them, as shamanistic, ritualistic, wind instruments with some electronic flourishes, like music to be played in like Joshua Tree. This is probably in the last year or two, Voice of I and this other group, Life Garden, have been pleasant finds for me. Both sort of teetering on that same, dark ambient, experimental, electronic, Eastern influenced, tinged music. Coincidentally, they both made a couple split albums together on CD though. I mean, I want to get them. I do get CDs every so often, but I would probably be more into it or seeking it out more fervently if these were vinyl releases. A couple of the records from like the Carolina Soul, I know can be a divisive place for eBay auctions. The last few, some of the prices of things that I wanted have gotten completely out of control. But far be it for me to say how people should spend their money. But luckily, like a month ago, I was able to cash in on some, good deals. One of them being this record by Michel Portal, Leon Francioli, and Pierre Favre, Ari Badachi. I'm not going to butcher the rest of that. This is a live album from 1980. It's 2 LPs. Pretty cool. Cardboard, folding cover. The albums are housed in the middle. It takes some effort to get to them, but I had listened to this. It sounds great. This is on Hat Hut, by the way. I don't know if I said that already. Is it on Hat Hut? Hat Art. Hat Art was that a subsidiary? I can't remember. It's got an original price sticker from Papa Jazz on there. I don't know. Columbia, South Carolina. Don't know if that place still exists. I remember when I was sampling this a long time ago, and I might be misremembering. I think it was side C or D. I thought the music got a little out there in a good way. And I haven't listened to this all the way through since I got it like a month ago. So this is one of those records that have been just hanging out and lingering, waiting for me to get to it. So that's what I plan on doing. Another record from that auction, I think 2 separate auctions. I did well on getting a couple things. This is a more like noisy, experimental, industrial record. The artwork very reminiscent of Nurse Whom, Steven Stapleton. He might have even done this cover. I know he produced this. Organum Crux, and then you have Eddie Prevost from AMM Flayed. So Prevost side more percussive, since obviously he was a drummer. So what do you got? Him on drums, David Jackman on electronics, and Bo Cimbo, produced by Jackman. That's the Prevost side, and then on the Organum side, you got Andrew Chalk on bowed gong, Jackman on drone flute, gong, piano. You got more drone flute, Steven Stapleton. on a metal chair. So I'd say the organum side more droney. So you know like a full side of drone, some various flutes and other noises mixed in, and then the Jackman side is where you get your drums with some electronics mixed in. I can't remember, I got another organum in the same auction, and it was the organum side. It's probably not this one. It's very quiet, very subdued. I was surprised by it. I'll have to re-listen to this, or listen to it for the first time, because I can't even remember what I've listened to much lately. But I did listen to the Prevo side, and you know what you're getting. You're getting the improvisation, and you're getting the percussion, and the varied electronic sounds mixed in. A couple other new things, not the stuff that you're going to turn to often enough. I did get the Kosugi Kia Suzuki New Sense of Hearing reissue that came out a few weeks back on blank forms. This is good. I haven't been blown away by it. But I'm keeping it out to give it more listen. Along the same lines. Transversales Discs, another Luke Ferrari release. This one, Solitude Transit. It's very hard to pass up on any Luke Ferrari. I have not listened to this yet, so that will be forthcoming. And then as well, a few weeks back, I've had some store credit, and I picked up all the Xenakis reissues from that box set. It came out maybe last spring or at some point last year. This is not something you're going to turn to often. Very happy to have it. I just got to find myself in the right mindset to just sit down and really take these in. I pulled out other Terry Fox. I had a couple of reissues. And I pulled this one out. I think I saw someone showed this. That's what got me to pull it out. Would have been Alex on Instagram, Motor 24/7. Well, this is good. Terry Fox, Berlino, and Rally Tondo. First side is live. Are they both live? And I can't remember. I know the first side is definitely a live recording. Sounds fantastic. There's at one point I heard a Terry Fox track that I really enjoyed, and I couldn't remember what it was. And I have 3 of his albums, and it's not on any of them, so I'm still seeking that out. Doesn't mean much. It's just a track whose name I don't even know, that I can't find. I got this a couple weeks ago. I think this is probably around a lot. Extended Voices series. Look at the names on there. Robert Ashley, John Cage, Morton Feldman, Toshi Ichinagi. This track is amazing. The Robert Ashley track, She Was a Visitor. Robert Ashley's spoken word bits, and gets a little catchy. I just have She Was a Visitor stuck in my head just randomly at times. Alvin Lucier and Pauline Oliveros. I think another cheap one. Worth getting. Altered, varied, manipulated voice sounds. I think probably every single contribution on here is worth this record. And the fact that you get all these names on this one. If you don't have it, you're interested in, the avant-garde, and you see this one around, definitely pick it up. I made a video a week ago, 2 weeks ago. I was playing this in the background. I don't have many Okora, but I love this record. It's Vietnam. Those guys and instruments they're playing. It's just, you know, amazing stuff. And as far as Okora or, you know, other labels doing the same thing as this, you know, what do you got? The Non-Such Explorer series, Harmonia, Monday. Anytime I can see or I find these, which is not often, you know, I'm always intrigued, and chances are I'm going to buy what I see, unless the prices are completely out of hand, but I don't think that's ever been the case. This one is worth checking out, worth exploring. I know there's some Middle Eastern ones that I definitely want to get, but definitely plan on playing this one again tonight. A couple other things quickly. I'm going through like some Italian stuff just to see what I had, because I think I'm lacking in a lot of like the Italian experimental, jazzy, avant-garde-ish scene. But this one I wanted to re-listen to, Walter Marchetti, Acacia. I think it's, if I recall, manipulated animal call sounds for hunting. So you have birds and maybe other wildlife in there. It's on the Cramps label. I actually have one of probably my favorite Cramps release coming soon that I can maybe show in a future video. What else do I have? Well, when I was going through the Italian stuff, I was reminded of this record. This is Ethno Electronics. This is a cassette release from the mid-80s that was pressed on the vinyl. So the quality is a little lo-fi, but this is amazing. I don't think there's any specific tracks on here. Just a lot of, what would you say, treated sounds, a lot of field recordings. Walter Maioli is involved, Raphael Serra, Fred Gales. This might have been repressed recently. I think this came out 2017, 2018. This is incredible. Worth checking out as well. A couple other things. Got the Conjumal, the recent repress of this reissue. Everyone knows about it. Well, not everyone, but people know about this. All right. I think I'll stop there, and until next time, take care.